everybody. This is the Paul and Stephen podcast show. Stephen and I are going to talk about a particular project today that we've been massive believers in from the beginning. It's starting to hand over imminently, so it's something that we want to discuss, and it's going back to 2021. So it's going to be the project called Peninsula by Select, which is in Business Bay. It's on an artificial island. We were first presented this project in the middle of September 2021, before its official launch on October the 1st, 2021. Me and Stephen will remember this. We knew that Select had this project coming up. We weren't quite sure what it was. We was hearing prices were going to be above 3,000 dirhams a square foot, all different things. We weren't sure. Anyway, I've spoken to a guy at Select called Amir, said, can I come and see you and get a presentation on this new project? He said, you can come and get a presentation, Paul, on my laptop, but you can't take it away. It's top secret, but I'll show you what it is. Anyway, long story short, I went to meet Amir at JLMG in the marina. He did an hour's presentation on this project called Peninsula, and I was absolutely blown away with it. I thought it was completely amazing. From that, I text Simon Baker, our boss, and said, Simon, I think I've just found what's going to make us the most money of anything over the next 18 months.
And our clients.
And our clients.
Yes.
And I'm on my way back to the office, and I'll come and talk to you about it. I went back to the office, spoke to Simon, then spoke to you, Stephen. Then, I think about an hour later, this is in the afternoon, the actual presentation I'd got from Amir, which was top secret, you were sent by your client in London for me, you and Simon to look at, to be even more blown away at how good it was. And then, as far as I remember after that, the next thing we knew, Simon was at the Select office the next morning booking units. I think he was maybe the first buyer of Peninsula.
I think he booked a few himself, didn't he?
So let's go over why we like the project so much. So over to you, Stephen. Certainly with Peninsula 1, with the payment plan and the DLD waiver, we know we like that. But let's hear your thoughts.
So it's water frontage, which is a big plus. Secondly, and most importantly, it's community.
Yeah.
And community is where we see value throughout Dubai. So if you look at something like Dubai Hills, Dubai Creek Harbour, Mina Rashid, any community, that's what people are looking for. That's where the big demand is. And this was a one developer creating a micro community within a much larger community called Business Bay, which is the central business district, plus the fact that it's on the water, and also its Select quality. Added to that were the prices and the payment plan. And those were, we recognised straight away that quite unique.
I remember what happened, Stephen. Amir did the presentation for me, and I remember thinking, please don't be too expensive.
Yes.
Please don't have an aggressive payment plan. I mean, all these things were going through my head. And then I said, Amir, what are the starting prices, Amir? Thinking, he's going to go 2,500, whatever. He said, 1,700 to 1,900 dirhams. I went, okay, that's interesting. I said, okay, so what's the payment plan? I think, please be 50-50 or something like that. He goes, 30-70.
That's right. 30% of the first 12 months.
And a DLD waiver. So I'm like, so this is an incredible project. We think it's underpriced. It's got one of the best payment plans in Dubai and a DLD waiver. Okay, I think we should look at this quite closely. And that was it. And literally from within a couple of days, the whole of the house and house office, off-plan, was on the phones to their clients. You've got to look at this project.
Yes, true that. And hasn't everybody done well?
Well, I remember doing the calculations, the projections. So on the 30-70 payment plan, we kept it really simple. We think, we expect 10% capital appreciation a year, 3 years to build. So if you're paying 30%, if you sell before completion, you doubled your money, or obviously you just complete on it. Now, we know that they're selling now at 60 to 65% premium. So our calculations were based on 30%. The one beds in Peninsula 1 are selling a 1.6, 1.7, and their original price was 1.1, circa that amount.
So I'll give you an actual up-to-date situation where one of my clients bought a 2-bedroom apartment. He paid just over in Peninsula 1. He paid just over 1.6 million for it. He's only paid 30% plus the 4% DLD.
No, he didn't pay the DLD.
Did he not?
No.
Okay, well,
Peninsula DLD
in my calculations, he paid a DLD, so he didn't.
So he's done even better.
He's done even better. So I thought he'd paid a DLD, which calculated he'd paid just over 500,000 dirhams, cash down within the 12-month period, and today he's being offered 2.1 million for that property. So as you say, he's doubled his money.
Yeah.
He's literally doubled his money. He said, "What's my advice?" Because the offer he's had is 2.1, and I said, "If you can afford to, hang on to it. Wait till it's completed. Wait till someone's got the keys. You've got the keys, and then you'll sell it for probably even more."
I'll just put this out there. I think he should be marketing that at least 2.4, because I know they're sold at 2.3. Now, we don't know what two-bed he's got, because obviously he might not have a view. It might be a low floor.
No, it's a mid-floor, low to mid-floor with the pool view.
Okay, the O2 type, which is the favourite type.
Yes,
the bedroom
exactly.
either side. Yes. He'll get more than 2.1.
I hope so.
Yes, he will. I think everybody who bought in, well, any of the peninsulas has made money, but particularly Peninsula 1, 2 and 5. I remember when they said that when they was going to do the launches, they was going to do Peninsula 1 October, they were going to do Peninsula 2 January or February, and then Peninsula 5 towards the summer.
Yeah, they thought it was going to take 2 years to sell.
Now, what happened was we got on it straight away. Peninsula 1 and Peninsula 2. They launched Peninsula 2, I think, a month later. So we thought, oh no, now we've got to wait to March or April for Peninsula 5. They launched it at the beginning of January. It sold out 5 days later.
Yes.
It sold out 5 days later because by then every other agent had started thinking, hold on, what a house and house selling a lot of here, maybe we should look at that. Then everybody was selling Peninsula.
Yes, we were making a lot of noise about it with our clients. And interestingly, I don't know what the percentage is, but I know a very large number of agents bought there themselves.
Yeah.
And I know the guys who are calling the lists, and they're just getting agents all the time. They're not getting people, and everybody's holding.
As far as I'm aware, 18 people from House and House bought in Peninsula originally, and since then they've even been buying resale. So it'd be in the 20s. Like that's how much belief we had in it. Over 20 people from this company bought there. So I mean, we always like to do that. What we sell, we want to think that we'd buy ourselves. So
yeah, and I think out of those 20 people, how many do you think have actually sold?
Very few.
Maybe one or two?
Yeah, they're just sitting there very happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most people are holding. They're going to rent them out. They're just going to see what happens in the market and wait another year or so and then maybe sell or just hang on.
And what's also nice about Peninsula, which is it's better than what we even expected. It's like just when you drive on, it's like a 5-star community. The finish,
amazing.
like the landscaping. When you see it, you'll understand. It will be one of the addresses to live in the Burj Khalifa district, which is downtown DIFC and Business Bay combined. We really do believe if you live in Peninsula, you're going to have that trophy asset address.
You and I are both from London.
Yes.
Well, we both lived and worked in London. Similarities. Have you walked around Peninsula?
Not as much as you, actually, Stephen.
So, I mean, Liverpool streets.
Really?
Regeneration around there. The new areas around King's Cross. I imagine lots of sort of fairly trendy cafes, bakeries, coffee shops, etc. Some very smart offices around there, and nice place to walk, take your dog.
And it is actually very nice that you can cycle around there, you can walk around there. It's actually very, very pleasant.
Really pleasant.
In fact, another thing which people never realise with Peninsula is that you're actually 15 minutes from the beach. You can get a bike, a Boris bike or a Dubai bike, just outside of where Peninsula is, and cycle. A Kareem bike, cycle down to the beach in 15 minutes. So you're in the heart of the city, living in Peninsula, working in DIFC, cycling to the beach at the weekends in 15 minutes. Quite a nice life.
And about 5 minutes probably on your bicycle to Dubai Mall.
Yeah.
If you want to go and do some shopping. Go to Waitrose. In fact, they're going to have a mall there themselves.
Yeah, they're doing them all in Peninsula too. No, we would just say to anybody who likes to think what we do and where we get our projects from and why we bring them to market, we do a lot of research, we do a lot of due diligence, and I would say that myself, Stephen, Simon, when we first looked at Peninsula, literally very quickly we knew this is it.
Yes, I agree. Interestingly, I don't know if you've heard the rumours, but there might be something very
I think
But
you
we're
know
not
more
gonna
than
say-
me.
We're not going to say anything at the moment.
Is it canal front?
That's
Do
what
we
I've
know?
heard. That's what I've heard.
That could be interesting in that
Yes.
area.
By a similar developer.
Yes.
If not the same developer.
Yes.
But again, let's keep it under our hats. Don't let any other agents know, and then we can maybe clean up again as we did before. And all our clients can make lots of money.
Exactly, and as Stephen said earlier, you look at Peninsula, that's the only master community in the Burj Khalifa district at the moment, unless they do another one. But if you look at the communities around Dubai, you know, as Stephen said, we're strong believers in apartments, 1, 2 and 3 beds, low-rise communities, family-friendly. They're the future for Dubai, and we know that the good developers, big private developers, that's where they're looking to go moving forwards.
I've actually, is it Peninsula 5 I've been to?
Peninsula 5, yes.
Yes. So I did some snagging there. I've done snagging on a few
Yeah.
apartments there. Incredible.
Really?
Amazing views. On one side, you're looking at the community, but you're also looking at the Burj Khalifa
Yeah.
in the distance. And on the other side, you're looking at the canal. Oh, not the canal, it's more of a river, really. And the quality, incredible. The facilities. I mean, the gym.
It's like a proper gym, isn't it?
What's the size of the gym? It's
I've not seen it, but
I
it's
think
like-
it's 2,000 or 3,000 square feet.
It's like
I mean,
a paid gym, isn't it?
it's like it's like you would pay money
Yeah.
to go and join it. The reception area, beautiful. It's like a 5-star hotel, literally a 5-star hotel.
Amazing.
Plenty of lifts, nice, beautiful corridors. Finishing in the apartments is superb. As I say, I've done snagging, I think, on 3 or 4 apartments there now, and couldn't find anything wrong. Just amazing.
Superb.
Yes.
And that's nice to hear about a project in Dubai, particularly a big project in Dubai,
Yes.
because we don't always hear that.
I mean, they could have cut corners because they
Yeah.
sold out so quickly,
Yeah.
and they could have said, you know what, we've sold it, doesn't matter. No, they've delivered something which, it's for me anyway, it was beyond what I thought they were going to.
Definitely. We had high expectations, but
Yes.
they've beaten those. They
Oh,
have.
definitely. And when you walk around the community, it feels so nice.
Yeah.
It's lovely. There's no car. Well, there will be cars, but there's not many cars
No.
around there, etc. It's all going to be underground parking. It's just brilliant. Really good development.
Lovely.
And I'd like to see more of them in Dubai.
And hopefully we will.
Yeah. I mean, everybody talks about Dubai Hills Estate, and I think this is a micro version of Dubai Hills Estate because you've got all the elements there. You've got sports facilities. You've got places to walk. You've got some very high quality buildings. Probably, actually, I would say there's probably better than anything you'll find in Dubai Hills in terms of quality.
One of the things I always said with Peninsula is that if you're working in DIFC, if you're working anywhere in Dubai, what's lovely about Peninsula is you can drive home on a Friday evening, park your car.
Yes.
You don't have to use your car again because you can get to the beach in 15 minutes. You've got the shopping mall, you've got cafes, you've got restaurants, you've got nice walks. You can literally, Monday to Friday, the car, not using the car at all. And that is quite rare for Dubai. So to offer that as well with all the other things, we're just completely sold.
Unfortunately, it's sold out.
Yes.
It's only on resale, so they can't deal with you and I for resale. So that's a big loss to everybody, of course. So do you think there's anything that we can look at the moment in the market? I mean, I don't think we want to say too much, but there are other projects that we are excited about that are coming up or actually in existence right now that we were excited about. That they come occasionally, don't they?
They don't come very often, do they?
No.
I mean, I would say that the outstanding developments that we get excited about quickly, which you can just tell it's a bit different, if you can get one of them a year, you're doing well. Because we've not even really had one a year post-COVID. We've not really. Yeah. We've had Peninsula, which was the big one.
Expo.
We've had Expo, but which is ongoing. But,
yes.
you know, Peninsula was like, wow. Right. And we're obviously great believers in Expo, as we are in Dubai Islands.
Yes.
But I think with the concept of what's selected at that time, this community in the city on the water, it was just like, wow.
Look, living in Business Bay, it's just
when you live in DIFC, Stephen.
Yes.
So you're in that area. And how do you consider that area? City living?
Definitely city living. DIFC is a little bit different to Business Bay because everything's connected by now the mall, the strip mall. So whereas in Business Bay it's just building after building after building, and there's no connection between those buildings. They're all of different stages and quality, etc. So I think and there's no sense of community in Business Bay. I think in DIFC, where I live, there is much more of a sense of community, whereas Business Bay isn't. Having said that, Peninsula is your answer to community.
Yes, Peninsula is the answer. Thank you very much, Stephen. That's the end of our podcast on Peninsula. I think it's been enjoyable, and it's been a refresh for us as well.
Yes.
I'd just like to say thank you very much, Stephen, and until next time.
And let's hope there's something else coming along.
Let's hope there is a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.